everyone, I'm Sonia. My handle is Sonia317. I'm based in Gurgaon, India. I want to congratulate you all for being one of the finalists and I want to wish you loads and loads of luck. Do well and I'm sure you'll succeed. Thank you.
Hi there, this is Rajdeep from Kolkata, India, and I'm better known as Speeded at the community. You know what makes Top Coder awesome? It's you guys, and I'm really glad to be part of this super duper community. I welcome all the participants and finalists at TCO20, and you guys have a great time. Have loads of fun and all the best. Cheers!
Hello everyone, my name is Karen McGee. My handle is KMCool and I live in Chicago, Illinois, which is the United States. Just want to say congrats, best of luck, and you guys are awesome. Thank you.
Welcome to day 6 of the TCO. Let me bring this back here a little bit. Welcome. This is the day of first to finish and UI design, and actually QA even later tonight. It's going to be a long day for me particularly. I'm going to be around from sun up to sundown, but you know what? It's fine because it's TCO time. It's an exciting time to be a Top Coder member. The first show we have in line for you is, as you can see, the first to finish finals. Joining us as your hosts, you're going to have Jcori, also known as James Corey. Very creative, James. Well done with that. Also, with a creative name, Akinwale, who is Akinwale. You know what? I don't even want to butcher your last name, so we're just going to read it on the lower thirds as we come in. Now, James Corey, you may know from past Top Coder streams, so I'm glad he's coming back on to host another one. He does work on the platform. He's working on the challenge manager and bringing us new forums. New forums! How about that? I know, that's really exciting. We've been pushing that for so long. This is the guy who's getting it done. So once it gets released and he finds some bugs, hey, talk to him, okay? With Akinwale, he is a 2-time first to finish champion. Hey, if you win that many times, that's your opportunity to get on a broadcast. We know that you know what you're talking about. Cool thing about him, or probably not cool for him, his last TCO where he did actually win the championship, he was in Buffalo and he went to Niagara Falls the day of his competition and didn't realize the time. He got back a little bit late, but he still came through in the end and won it all. So maybe they'll talk about that a little bit on the stream as well. Without further ado, let's turn it over to my good buds here. James.
Hey, Nick. Thank you very much. Akinwale, good afternoon, sir.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, James. It's good to be here.
So yeah, Nick, thanks for the introduction. I'm the one that gets yelled at for the platform a lot, but new forums are coming, and they're starting to come out. It's going to roll out soon. So if you get lucky enough to get a challenge that the Copilot launches with the new forums, let us know what you think. There's still some bugs and still some stuff, but it's going to be a huge change. So give us a little time. We'll get it out there. Have you seen them yet, Akinwale? This is my year's work.
Yes, I have seen it. There are a lot of bugs, though. Sometimes they just
I knew
load, so that's.
I knew you were going to yell at me.
boring.
All right, let's change the subject. Let's change the subject. There's something more important happening. All right, first to finish. I was sent the problems this morning, and I had no idea what to do. So I don't even know how to approach it. Can you tell us a little bit about the format and about the problems and stuff like that?
Yes, I can do that. So there are 15 problems in total. They are divided into like 3 categories: easy, medium, hard. So we can just go through them a bit. So the scoring works in a way where you have to be the first person to submit the correct submission. So you get the most points if you get submit first. Second place, the next person to submit gets a little less points, and the remaining submissions get less points, and so forth. So that's how it works. So you have to be the first to get the correct solution on every problem. That's a little bit of
And
how.
you could start anywhere, right? You could start on.
Yes, you can
start on any problem. So if you start on hard, this is almost like the algo matches.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, you can start anywhere you want, and you can take a strategy and finish as soon as possible.
So, did you write all these, or this is a group of people that wrote these?
No, I did not write all these.
Okay, I didn't want to blame you for all of them. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, so I
So
was able to test.
tell me about the problems. Go ahead.
Right, cool. So I was able to test some of them though. Like the easy ones are like they're really basic. They should be done in about, I think, maybe about 30 to 40 minutes. But I'm a bit surprised that like looking at the submission so far, we're going to get into that later. Looking at the submission so far, the competitors have chosen to use a different strategy. Some have gone for the hard problem first. Some have gone for the medium problem first. But we'll get into that later as time goes on. So it's interesting to see, though. I'll have gone with the easy problems first, but it's interesting to see different strategies being applied.
So you want to talk through some of them, or you want to go see what competitors doing, because they've been working for a little while, right?
Yes, I think they started about 2 hours ago.
Oh, did we lose them? Yep, we hear you.
Cool. So they started about 2 hours ago. Let's have a look at the leaderboard just to see where things are right now. Cool. Okay, so we see cunhavictor at the top of the leaderboard with 120 points. It's got 4 medium submissions and 2 hard submissions, which is interesting. He hasn't done any of the easy problems, so that's like an interesting strategy. You could have started with the hard and medium problems, so you get the most points there. That's really interesting. You got Ansari second, Veshu third position. So let's have a look at cunhavictor. Let's see his stats.
So just so everybody's clear, cunhavictor submitted the 2 of the 5 hard ones. So if
Yes.
somebody else completes the same hard problem in the same amount of time, they still get less points?
Yes. So it's a matter of being the first person to submit on a problem. So once you're the first to submit there, you get the most points for that problem, and everybody else gets less points after submitting. Yeah. So he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner, so that's pretty cool. And he works as a control engineer. He's into industrial automation with emphasis in process control and oil and gas. Well, that's pretty cool. So like
It says TCO appearance is 0. This is his first one, huh?
yes, it is. That's interesting.
And he's already at the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, that's good to see.
All right, let's look at Ansari.
Yeah, so
Bangladesh.
Ansari started. Yeah, he started in SRMs, which is interesting. I also started in SRMs, but I really did poorly in SRMs. Like, as I participated in SRM, my rating kept going down. So that I moved on to other tracks, development, then first to finish. But yeah, here we are. So he's been on Top Quota since 2008. So he's a veteran. Looks like. Yeah, that's interesting. So he won 14 challenges to get to the TCO finals. So that's good to see.
Cyberjag.
Yeah,
That name's familiar for me. He works a lot on some of my stuff.
cool. Yeah, so interesting. I met him first at the 2008 Top Quota Open. That was about 12 years ago. I wasn't a finalist then, but I just went over there. It was like my first time there. That was fun. Trying to meet the members, Top Quota members, trying to meet people. It's always been about the meeting the members in person, trying to get to know them and that sort of thing. So that's the fun part of the Top Quota Open. That's the first time I met cyberjag. He's also a veteran, and Yeah, so he got 13 wins in the stage two to get to the finals. So that's pretty impressive.
And he's been at TCO 2008, 2011, and 2019.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Who we got
Next we
next?
have Harish Chenupati. I think that's. I hope I didn't butcher that. This this is his first top quarter appearance. He's a self-taught developer, and so he also recently won the Southern Asian Regional Development Championship. So that's really good. Um,
Did the screen not switch?
yeah, I see Harish's screen. Harish is still on screen.
Okay. There you go.
Oh, cool.
Neon Ray.
So yeah, I've got him from Turkey. A member since 2014. He's been to TCO, one TCO appearance. I think that was in 2019. So that was last year. I wasn't there last year, so
Yeah, we missed you in Houston.
yeah, I heard it was cool. You got to see NASA and all that. All right, cool. Now we have Ouyangki, is a member from China since 2015. He's had one TCO appearance. That was in 2017. So that was the last first to finish championship I won. It was there. So he completed a number of challenges during the lockdown period, and he was able to win during stage three. That's make it to the finals. So that's good to see. Veshu is from Nepal. Been a member since 2015. I remember meeting him in 2017. He's been to 3 TCOs. Yeah, he did win last year. I wasn't there last year, so that's interesting to see though.
You still need to know, though. You still need to know.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's his he had 25. He has 25 wins on top quarter. So he qualified for the finals from stage three. That's with 6 challenges in second position. So that's it's interesting. So XXCXY, he's a member from China since 2019. He's fairly new. This is the first TCO appearance. So he qualified in stage two with 11 wins, and that's also interesting. So like we can see that the qualifications, like they have a lot. The qualifiers, they have a lot of wins under their belt so far to be able to get to the final. So that's really interesting. Yushin is from China. He's a member since 2019. He had about 9 wins. That's 9 wins in stage one of the TCO20 finals. So that's interesting. So he's also a front end developer, and he built a smart home with a home assistant. He built a smart home with a home
Yeah,
assistant, Raspberry Pi 4. So
that's pretty fun to play around with. I've been playing around with the same thing.
Yeah.
That's good open source software to do that rather than buying. But takes a lot of front end knowledge actually because it's very manual.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Cool. Yeah. So, what's your favorite win, James?
Who's my favorite? My favorite to win is, I mean, I'm cheating because I'm looking at the leaderboard, but cunhavictor's approach seems to be strong. But I don't know. I think Veshu has been he's been on a lot of things that I've seen, so he might ramp up. What's the leaderboard look like, Nick? It looks like it's trying to load, but we will once that comes up, we can comment. So I have a note from my my off-camera people, actually the great Tony Jeffs, who's powering this first to finish finals, and he says all problems now have a submission. So top points are claimed for now, so they need to see where they can scrape the most points to impact their placement, he says. So we have all challenges have some kind of submission. But yeah, cunhavictor's still up there in the points, 125. And then I'm sorry. So veshu's down on 5. My prediction is not looking so good right now, but he's still got some things that he could submit on. So hopefully we can pull some points out of there. But all these guys, I mean, for me as being originally an architect and now a platform guy, I know all the handles, but the fact that these guys jump in on everything and help Topcoder do what Topcoder does is amazing. And seeing them work on this stuff in high speed, high pressure situations. The only thing I miss is the actual in-person kiosks, right? Walking around and actually looking at their screens, but maybe we can get to that in a few minutes. Also, stage note from Mr. Tony Jeffs that the leaderboard in the top right says 12 hours left. That's not correct. It's 39 minutes, 54 seconds left, not 12 hours, 39 minutes. So they only have about 40 minutes left. Just technical difficulties. It wouldn't be TCO without technical difficulties.
Cool.
All right, we're gonna start looking at some screens, right? Who do you want to look at, Akinwale?
Let's look at veshu screen first.
Oh, we got Nick brought up Ansari screen. Let's do that first.
Okay, cool.
So he's using VS Code. Do you know what he's working on here?
I'm trying to have a look.
I see valid values are pound, kilogram, kilometer, mile.
Okay, I think that's the hard problem for like a converter. So what you need to do is create an API to convert from kilometers to meters, centimeters. Sorry, kilometers to miles, centimeters to meters, and so forth. Yeah, so that's what he's working on right now.
Oh, he looks riveted. That's the worst thing. Akinwale, there's a plugin for GitHub that Lazy Bear showed me once that when you commit, it takes a screenshot it takes a camera picture. So,
Yeah.
when you're working on a project at 2 a.m, it would commit in the commit message an image of your face. Like that's what I feel like we're looking at here. We're looking at people trying to figure out a problem on the screen, and yeah, you don't want people looking at you like that. Yeah, no, it looks good. I mean, we'd be seeing him in place or in person anyway. But
Yeah.
so Ansari's so he's working on. I'm trying to pull up the spec for that challenge. So I can look at it.
Can we have the problems online as well, or?
Okay, so this is
Okay.
hard. This is hard 5, U.S. tourist unit conversion API.
Yes.
REST API that makes life easier for users who are visiting the U.S. for the first time. I like it. All right, so we got the veshu screen up here now. This is my this is where I put all my money in the Topcoder Fantasy League.
Cool.
Win percentage is 71.43%.
Yeah. He's also the reigning champion from last year.
Yep. Was he taking a nap? I don't see the screen moving. I'm gonna switch to his camera. For those that for some reason don't know, the entire live stream is powered by one person, and his name is Nick Castillo. So if you see him in the community, make sure that you tell him he's doing an amazing job. He's juggling a lot of stuff right now. And we can hear him, but the going public can't. So we can hear his bad jokes, and sometimes his singing, depending on how early it is. I'm only seeing Veshu's screen. I don't know if it's me. Okay, I'm not seeing it yet. Akinwale, can you see cunhavictor?
Yes, I see cunhavictor screen.
Strange. Okay.
Okay. So he's currently working on the canvas. I think that's one of the easy problems. That's the
Is it drawing the
easy three.
boxes?
That draw a rectangle. Yes, draw a rectangle in the center, like in the middle of the canvas.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty easy. One pitfall here though is so the way the CSS works and the way the canvas dimensions work, it's a bit different. So one pitfall here is you can create a canvas using the CSS width and height, and that's not going to get the result that you want. So you want to use the HTML attributes for that. So I think that's what it's trying to figure out right now. To get the
So you tricked him.
yeah, not me exactly, but I tested the problem. I tested the problem, and I found that out during my tests that you need to like be able to get the correct dimensions for it to work. So that it's a pretty good. I think it's a pretty good problem. I like it. So like I think that's what it's actually trying to figure out right now. Looks like. So that's a good one.
Uh-oh.
All right. Guys, I wanted to join the party because it looked like you guys were having so much fun here, and I kind of am interested in understanding this. So maybe Akinwale, you can help me understand what exactly are they doing now? Because they submitted each problem has a submission to it, right? So is there a point in continuing to work and getting more points, or what are they doing right now?
Okay, cool. I'll answer that. So like the main like the main goal is to get the most points, obviously, and get them as fast as possible, as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So I think now it's more of a bit of a strategy. Like you need to find out what you're going to get the most points on. So at this point in time, they only have like 30 minutes left. So what I would recommend, or what I would do in my position, is I'll try to find the submissions with the least. I'll try to find the problems with the least submissions and try to solve those ones. So like I said, so like the scoring goes, the first position gets the most points. Like for an easy problem, first gets 10 points,
Okay.
second gets 5 points, third gets 3 points. Third gets 2 points, and everybody else gets 2 points. So like first and second get the most points. So I'll try to find the submissions, the challenges with the least submissions, and try to solve these ones, considering the amount of time left. So that obviously gives a bit of pressure, but I think that's what it's the best strategy to do at this point in time is.
Oh, okay, I see now. So there are
Yeah.
still some points up for grabs, and
Yeah, definitely.
but it still isn't over though because it has to go through, I guess, a final screening.
Yes. So there's a final review process where the submission is checked for accuracy. So each of the submissions are going to be checked that they actually do what the problem statement requires. And I guess we're going to find out the results of that on the final day of TCO. But yeah, this isn't final.
Okay.
But we'll see that after the reviews.
Can we put the leaderboard? Stage notes from Tony says Ansari just submitted a hard problem number 5 for plus 10 points, so may have shifted the leaderboard a little bit.
All right.
No, I think it's still about the same thing.
I can't see that leaderboard. Hold on. So I think Tony Jeffs is watching this this live stream because he keeps commenting on things that we're saying. So note from him is final review. They keep their points if they pass or lose them if they fail. If they fail, everyone else moves up in points for that problem. So it's pretty vicious. But that's exactly what a first to finish is, right? In actual top coder land, when you compete and submit, if you're the first one to submit, you're the first one that the reviewer looks at. If anything's wrong with it, they move on to the next submission, whether it's your submission for submitting again or another person. So it's very, very true to the track.
Indeed. And that's one of the things I like about the first to finish. Like, like with the other tracks, you have to wait for like a review process, an appeals process. But first to finish is almost instant. Like you almost get instant results. And that's one of the things I love about it.
I can't see what you're presenting, Nick. So, Akinwale, I don't know if you can see it or not.
Yes, I can see it. Yeah. So I think it's working on an email validator. That's one of the hard problems. Let me get that. Yeah, sorry. That's one of the medium problems, medium 2. It's an email validation checker. So that's what it's working on right now. There's got some HTML and JavaScript on the screen right now.
Neonray. What's Neonray up to, Akinwale?
I'm trying to figure this out.
Looking at the leaderboard, it looks like Ansari's in second with 100.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. neonray is working on, I think, one of the hard problems.
All right.
Sorry, I made a mistake. That's one of the medium problems. It's called the background color rotator, I think.
What's that one about?
So what you need to do is basically create a HTML page where you can change the background color using a button. So that's what it's working on.
Oh,
right
interesting.
now. Yeah.
Does he look like he's probably testing that right now? I don't see any background, so
Yeah.
probably not quite working just yet.
Yeah, maybe it's still maybe just got started on that. But we'll see how it goes.
So they can see which problems have been submitted to. Like,
Yeah.
do they know if like 3 people have already submitted to it?
Yes. So if you go into the problem statement, that's the top of the link. They'll be able to see who submitted on what problem. So I think they're the only ones that can see that though. That's the competitors.
All right.
All right, I'm back, and I think I can actually see things now, so
Cool.
maybe I can help.
Welcome back, sir. We are just about to move over to Ouyangki here. Let's pull that Ouyangki up, see what he's doing.
Everybody loves the VS Code in this competition. I like it.
Yeah.
Big VS Code fan.
Yeah, let me plug some
Do
stuff
it.
we're doing in Prod Dev. We have a VS Code plugin that allows you to view and submit to challenges. So there's Topcoder actual on the VS Code marketplace. So download the Topcoder plugin for VS Code, and then it's a lot easier to read and submit to challenges.
That's cool.
Oh, I have a note from Harshit in the chat that cunhavictor was using the plugin.
Oh, very cool.
So yeah, make sure you check that out. big shout out to Lazy Bear for doing that. And I forget who he used as co-pilot on that, but it came out pretty awesome. I think it might have actually been Ghostar, the OG Ghostar.
Ghostar.
Oh, was Mithun? Thanks, Harshit. See, Harshit's here with all the data, man.
Oh yeah, he's our research pro.
We need to get him back on screen. He loves being on screen.
So much energy. I need that. Wake me up.
Nick's been up for 7 days.
Just about. Ouyangki working hard, very focused. How much time they have left there?
Looks like about 25 minutes.
20.
So I have another helpful stage note from Mr. Tony Jeffs. Ouyangki submitted 5 out of 5 hard problems, but wasn't able to get first on any of them. Tony says he may have burned too much time betting on hard. I love this. I'm just reading from cards left and right. Everybody's just giving me data.
You're just a little parrot right now.
That's right.
Yeah, so I guess he say that one more time. He submitted to.
He went after all the hard problems, and he submitted 5 out of 5 hard problems, but he didn't get the first submission on any of those hard problems.
Oh no! Does he know that already? He knows that. That's not like a final.
Yeah, you would know that based on the leaderboard.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Tony said that I'm supposed to stop saying Tony said, so.
Oh, so Tony said. Nice. Why don't we just have him on the show? Gosh.
I know, right?
Well, he's probably running this, right?
Yeah, he's powering this, so he's actually crunching all the numbers manually. No, that's not true. But he built the process and is monitoring it. So we're looking at XXCXY right now, right?
Mm-hmm. What's he looking at? What's he looking there? At there. Oh my god.
He has to make an API. This is the medium problem.
Is my joke funny?
So hard to.
Oh my gosh, this is made for us. Is my joke funny?
It's easy. You just have to return no.
What's this one about?
Yeah, so this one is interesting. Basically, you have to like generate a bunch of random jokes. Then you store like a token saying if a joke is funny or not. Then you create another endpoint where you have to pass the token back to the API, and it tells you whether it's funny or not. So if it's funny, it returns a smiley face. If it's not funny, it returns a sad face. So that's basically it.
So you can only win points if you are a funny person, is what you're saying.
Yeah, probably.
Oh man, I wonder if we have any jokesters competing in this final. Jcori would probably win the whole thing, though.
Ugh, no way. So here we go. I'm getting more
Tony
side.
said? Oh, okay.
No, I'm getting more side things. This is from Kets.js. Kets.js says, Akinwale was a problem tester. Which problem did he find the funniest?
Ooh.
I'm not sure. I mean, I did find one of the problem very easy though. Like I think the easiest was one of the CSS ones where you have to convert to like a CSS to SASS. That was one of the like easy problems. You could have done it in like 2 minutes. So like I said earlier, like my strategy would have been to attack all the easy problems first. So because like everybody's definitely going to start with the easy problems. Although like some people started with the hard problems, but like getting the highest number of points very early, that I think that's important. Like getting early points, that's an important strategy.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can move on to the medium and hard. But so far, I guess I've been proven wrong since cunhavictor started with the hard problems and is currently at the top. So, you never know what works.
But like you said before, it still needs to go through some system tests, right? So there've only been a few tests that I guess it's been run against. Is that how this works? But there could be other things that they may not have thought of that could break it by Saturday, right?
Yeah, definitely. So there's always going to be like a final review as well.
Hmm.
So that's going to like check that the submission is actually accurate, it meets the requirements. So once the review is done, the scores get updated, basically. So we're not going to find out the final results until I think the last day. Is that correct?
Right. So I think cunhavictor, although he is in the lead now, may not have thought one of them all the way through. So I guess that would then erase his points, and then the next person who had submitted to that, if they got it correct, would then take his points, right, from that
Yes,
challenge.
that's
That's
correct.
interesting. Okay. So coming in second, although you get less points, is probably not the end of the world. There's still a chance. There's still a
Yes,
chance.
there is.
We got Harshit from the chat saying that Ouyangki had some connectivity issues, so he's lost a little bit of time, and he's trying to reconnect now. Although, Akinwale, you know about some of those strifes, losing time during a finals. You still
Yeah.
came out in the end, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about like how you can handle the pressure and how you can
Mm-hmm.
optimize your time basically. Um, so one thing I like to do is like so I have like a process where I have like all the things I like to do. I have like a routine where I have like all my tools. So like for example, talking about like when I was late for the last like 2017 championship which I won.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so the thing is that I try to like set up as I go. Like I have my tools, like a set of tools I always use. So I just have to download them and set them up as I go. Like at the same time when I'm like setting up my tools, I'm already starting to work on the problems. So
Okay.
it's like you have to be able to balance that, like be able to multitask, I think, and be able to balance that at a very good rate. So yes, so like you can also have problems submitting or having you can have problems with the internet, but just have to be able to like handle that, I think.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
But then again, I guess I'm
Able to
used to
adapt.
that. I mean, I'm used to that because like I've been experiencing it for a long time. So I guess you
It
just have
just
to be better. Yeah, you just have to adapt and be better. I guess.
I like that. That's really cool. I mean, being able to go through those strifes in the beginning, before, I guess, you learn from them and you learn how to handle that kind of like stress
Yes.
and kind of, how to back it up. And I guess it helped you in the end for your
Yes.
two championships there. We're looking at Veshu now, our reigning champion. He is currently, where is he in the leaderboard? He's probably about,
He's on fifth. Yeah, 75 points.
And actually, let's head back to the leaderboard because it does look like we
I I have the public one up, and I'm seeing the same thing. So maybe it just didn't update yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to see though. I'm not sure what I would recommend right now. I mean, I guess just get the most number of points you can. I mean, Kona Victor is in a good spot right now. So I mean, I guess you could just finish with the easy problems first and then go on to the rest. I think that's what I'll do in this position. Um, Yeah, you can still get more points. You can still get more points. So like, it doesn't hurt to do that. So I guess with the amount of time left, which is about 20 minutes, probably just tackle the easy problems first, and then try to do whatever you can do. Yes. Yeah. So far so good. Yeah. Yes. And at this point, he's only going to get like 2 points for the easy problems and 5 points for the hard problems. Sorry, for the medium problems. So he's not. I don't think it's looking very good for him at this point. So like
So
each easy problem he submits to is only going to be 2 points. Because like already got two submissions for each easy problem, and each medium problem is going to be 5 points each that he submits to. So there's no way he can make it to the top at this point in time.
All right, sorry about that. Having to edit these things on the fly, I wasn't really prepared to be speaking. The audience couldn't hear me while this whole leaderboard thing was up. So
Okay.
let me just kind of rehash this, and I apologize for that. So we were talking about this leaderboard here. I was asking why we see 3 out of 5. So that means that he's passed just the sample test cases for that first problem. We were talking about Ouyangki, who put all his eggs in the basket for the hard problems, 5 out of 5, yet he hasn't received full points for that because he did not submit first to those problems. So again, submitting first, you get more points. So we'll see what happens there. There is a chance that perhaps someone who submitted before him may have an error when it comes to the system tests. But I assume now he's going to just be working on the easy and medium problems, see if he can get some points there. Yeah, so I think the audience was hearing you, though, Akinwale, about your
Cool.
your analysis there.
Yeah. Just to reiterate, yeah, there's no way. I don't think there's a way that Yankee can get like to the top anymore, mathematically speaking.
Okay.
Yeah. But looks like Cunhavictor submitted some extra has made some extra easy submission. So now it's at 11 points for the easy problems. So like I said, just get the most points you can at this point in time. That's like the best thing to do right now to stay at the top.
So can you tell me about the actual submission process and how these points are coming in? They're just submitting through Topcoder and then it's getting auto processed, or what's happening?
Yes, that's correct. They submit to Topcoder, and so it's also based on the time of your submission. So once you submit, the points are calculated and the leaderboard is updated.
Pretty slick. Not too much movement, but I'm sure we'll see some at the end, right?
It depends, I guess. I think if they're working on the easy problems, then yes, we might see some changes there. But I don't think they can complete the medium and hard problems in such a little amount of time. I might be wrong though. We'll see how it goes.
You want to go look at some other screens, or what should we do? Let's. Can you bring up a screen, Nick? See what people are working on. See if we can get what their approaches are right now, because it's looking like I would assume cunhavictor's working on hard, because it looks like that's all he's got left, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna pull up Harish. Doing the easy one, submitting. There it is.
Another thing to note here, we have Veshu, who is the reigning champion, but It wasn't. Was it in this style last year? I believe it wasn't.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it was last year.
But
James, do you have
James
any idea?
knows.
Okay.
We'll see. I think it was kind of
No, it was different
similar
last
to
year.
this. It was a little different, right? So maybe there's like different
Yeah, a little bit.
strategies here, even though Veshu did claim the top prize. Perhaps maybe the style of this one, his strategy is a little or doesn't work as well, rather. But cunhavictor seems to have had a certain strategy.
Akinwale, do we send the format and stuff to the competitors beforehand, or were they blindsided by it when they came into this?
I believe they got the format, like they had like a guide which showed like everything, like how the scoring works, the rules and everything. So I believe
So they could plan their strategy beforehand.
Yes.
Mhm.
I think although this is a bit different from the 2017 one which I participated in. So basically all the problems had the same number of points. So you could so basically you could just start with anyone you wanted to do. So I don't think but this is definitely different. Like this requires strategy. You need to know what you want to do, what your goal is, and then do that, stick to that basically.
All right, here's cunhavictor, who is our current leader with 131 points. Very interesting, I think. He submitted to 2 of the 5 hard ones, but then he decided to move off of that and onto the easy medium to get some points, which is pretty interesting. And he's got 4 out of 5 submissions for both the easy and 4 out of 5 for the medium as well. So what do you think about that? Like, did he start with the hard and then he realized people were moving to that, so he jumped back maybe to the easy mediums?
So he actually started with the hard. Yes, he finished 2 problems.
Mm-hmm.
Then he moved on to the medium, and I think he submitted first on all the medium, like all the medium problems so far, like all the 4 out of 5. He submitted first. All of that. So he literally just started working on the easy ones about 30 minutes ago. Yeah, so like he started with hard and went on to medium, and I was on the easy ones. So I think that was like a bold thing to do. It's interesting to see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, right now he just needs to get all the points he can, just to stay on top. But he's looking like he's in a good spot, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, he does seem to be in a good spot, but we do have Ansari right on his tail with 110 points, as we can see here him working on. What does that look like, Akinwale?
That looks like
That's the box drawn one we were talking about earlier.
yeah, yes, the canvas, the red box in the canvas.
Is that a medium?
So that's an easy one.
Easy one, okay.
Yes. So I don't think he can catch up though. Doesn't look like he can catch up because he's already got like 4 medium submitted, 5 hard submitted, and he's got like all the rest are easy. So I don't think he's going to catch up at this point because for the easy problems right now, you're only going to get 2 points for each one at this point in time. So you're not going to get. So even if he submits all 3, he's going to get like 6 points. So he can't catch up to cunhavictor.
All right, it looks like Veshu submitted to the hard problem for 10 points. He moves himself into 4th place. And Harish submitted to an easy for 2. We have a medium coming in from Neon. So it's getting very close here at the top.
Yeah.
But I don't think anyone's going to catch up to cunhavictor though. Like at this point, like if you look at the numbers,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to happen right now. And
So you're saying unless the review takes him down,
Right.
it looks like he's pretty far up there. He's pretty safe.
Definitely.
But who knows? I mean, that's the whole thing about this competition, right? It's that it is first to finish, but it might be easy to make mistakes because you're moving so fast. So I think anything could happen in the end. So there's still, still
that's
some
true.
chance. Still some chance. I do see now that I'm looking at the leaderboard, and maybe I'll switch to it right now. We have Ansari has submitted to 5 out of 5 of the hards, 4 out of 5 of the mediums, and now 3 out of 5 of the easy. So he seems to have completed pretty much the most, I would think. Does he have the most submissions? 9, 12 versus cunhavictor, who submitted only 10. So 12 versus 10, yet cunhavictor is still on top.
Yeah. So I think, like I said, it was a bold strategy by cunhavictor to work on the hard and then medium problems first. So yeah, I think he can rest easy now. At this point, I think also Ansari at the second place is assured, unless the final review there's some problems there. So I think it's like a race between the third, fourth, and fifth at this point in time.
Would you say this kind of is an interesting thought as far as strategy, but would you review any of your past submissions at this point? You may get a lower score, but you would solidify your spot a little bit more because
Yeah, I think I'll leave them as they are. Like, you've only got 5 minutes left. You don't want to second guess yourself at this point in time.
Mm-hmm.
Because that you could if you submit again, you get added to the end of the queue, and then you lose your points. So I think I'll just leave them as they are right now.
Okay. What do you so for these kind of problems, Akinwale, I'm sure not all of them, develop in the same language or whatever. Do these problems give an advantage to maybe some members who are good at a specific technology or types of problems?
Well, the good thing is, for the API problems, you can use any language you want. I think the test is agnostic for that. But there are some of them which are like HTML, JavaScript, CSS.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to know all those front end technologies to be able to do those ones. If you're good at that, I would like to imagine that everybody can do HTML, CSS, JavaScript, but maybe that's not true.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think if you're good at those ones, you have an advantage there. But for the API challenges, that's any language can be used for those ones.
All right, we have a question from Harshit for you, Akinwale, and actually let me switch to you so we can see you for a second, you and James.
I want to see that.
All right.
They want to see the leaderboard.
Yeah, all right, I'll put it over your faces the way.
There you go.
The way I have it. Let me turn that off for a second. Okay. So when you were competing, how much time would it take for you to test a problem before you felt it was good enough, to submit? Do you think the pressure affects you at this stage? Let's say if you were competing.
Oh yeah, definitely. You're trying to get it done as quickly as possible. You're trying to make sure that your solution is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you definitely have to be on your toes basically from start to finish, and then you have a limited amount of time as well. So you want to be able to get it done as quickly as possible. So I also tested these problems as well prior to today.
Oh, so you've done these?
Yes. It took about 3 hours 30 minutes for me to finish all of them. So
wow.
So that's why you're not competing.
Yeah. So but I think with pressure, I think I tend to do well under pressure, but people are different, so it depends, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Pressure definitely affects it. You want to be able to make the right decisions. You want to be able to have that confidence and then submit. You don't want to second guess yourself in these instances because it's just one chance you get. So,
do you think there's a different level of difficulty being on stage at TCO versus now being home. You're kind of in your comfort zone, right? You're at your own machine. I know you can bring your own machine to TCO, but you're in your house, right? You think
Yeah,
it's different?
and the weather is conducive. Like so, like the thing about the TCOs is that like it's always very cool for me. Yeah, so I think like, I think in the comfort of your home, like it's a lot more relaxed, in a more relaxed atmosphere. So maybe there's a little bit of like the pressure is off a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it depends. Like some people work better at home, some people work better, in different environments. So I guess it depends as well. But
All right, let's take a look at the leaderboard. We just got a message that cunhavictor just submitted another hard for 10 points. He is on a tear, folks.
Looks like we're running out of time too, huh?
yeah, they've only got like 30 seconds left. So,
Looks like the leaderboard's taking a little while to load here, but we'll tell you that cunhavictor is up to 141 points. Ansari in second with 112, and neonray with 90. And speaking of neonray, let's see what he's up to. He's looking at the leaderboard. And himself.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought that was your desktop. I didn't know it was.
Oh no, let's see. He's trying to think about what he should do here. Looking at the leaderboard, and going to.
I think that's it, right?
Oh, here you go.
I think the time's out because I don't know why the clock says 12, but it's stopped.
Yeah.
Oh
We're out of
yeah,
time.
it has
Time's up.
stopped. So they are, I guess, sigh of relief at this point, or kind of thinking what they had just done. If they feel confident about it, let's take a look at neonray real quick and see. Or I'm sorry, Yushin. Yushin was bringing up the bottom here. Maybe he'll tune in to hop in and kind of talk about what he ran into. And oh yeah, you know what? I've been having so much fun with you guys. I just realized we are out of time. We have another show coming up. So I'd like to send it back to you guys for the sign off.
cool.
Well, that was riveting, Nick. No, the leaderboard looks pretty good. cunhavictor with 141, Ansari with 112, and neonray with 95. We'll see how that shakes out. What do you think, Akinwale?
Oh yeah, definitely interesting strategies on display here. We'll see how it all turns out. But it was good to see. It was interesting to see.
All right.
Well, we'll see you guys at the award show. Thanks for your powering us, Nick, and good luck, everybody.
Of course. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll chat with you later, and we'll see the results on Saturday. We'll be right back.